In tonight's explosive 16-bit special, I'll be shooting a fish, try to unstick a manual before I head to the coast, and if you're a fan of the silly stuff, there's a special treat at the end of the show.
Oh, I'll have some of that.
Hello, yes it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames. Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. We are back with some more rare video games, and hopefully I've got some games you have never seen before. Now this is a 16-bit special. All the games are from the 16-bit era. That's the Amiga, ST, maybe some PC. What amazing, I've got some really amazing rare games to show you. So let's just get on with it.
What's on the table?
Now from doing these shows, something I've realised is I really like it if I manage to show you something you've never seen before. It comes up in the comments, oh, I didn't know that existed. And I think, oh yeah, brilliant, I have spread the word. Because let's be honest, the 16-bit, the 8-bit scenes in the UK were so huge and so diverse. There's always something there that you've forgotten about or didn't even realise came out. Things like this. Now, this game is called Frenetic. Have you seen Frenetic before? It's on the Core label. Now, when I think Core, what do you think Core?
Core blimey, mate.
See, this is a knowledge test. When I think Core, I think Chuck Rock. Chuck Rock was the big Core title. They released loads of games on the Core label. Eventually, Core got soaked up into IDOS, and people behind the Core games actually went on to make the first Tomb Raider. So I always think, oh yeah, there's a great heritage, a lineage of brilliant coders from the Core stable. And this game is Frenetic. Let's get it up on the screen. A lovely spaceship flying over a alien landscape. I've got some nice screenshots on the back. It is a shooter. You know where you are with the shooter. No need to read the manual. I will just get it out of the box. So we've got the disc there in its plastic. And what is this? You're right, it's a poster. I do love a poster. And when it's really obscure game with artwork you've never really focused on before, and you get a poster of it, it's like, what? Frenetic. Frenetic, and the instructions are on the reverse. I liked it when they did that. A lot of people did that. I mean, I always think Robocop, Outrun. They stuck the poster on the back. Enough talking about it, Jace. What's Frenetic like to play?
Well, I could just say Frenetic and leave it at that. No, it is a typical top-down shooter. Lots of weapons. You pick up the weapons, easy to get blown up. Why are we always over the jungle? I like these kind of levels. You're in some sort of alien chasm. Definitely reminds me of R-Type. It's the style of like level 1. This alien boss looks like the level 1 boss of R-Type, doesn't it? It's that kind of mutated orange that we've all grown to love. It's got all the familiar tropes of a 16-bit shooter, like flying over a big space base and taking out the cannons. But it's got proper shooting sound effects and a decent soundtrack. That's always a big plus. It's a little bit slow. But I kind of liked it.
Now these are two games it's very easy to get confused. Plotting and Pnik. They both begin with P.
You really are a genius.
They're both made by Taito. They both appeared as coin-ops, and they're both released on the Ocean label for the Atari ST and Commodore Amiga. I know, there's a... and they look remarkably similar. I'll just put these on the screen for you. As you can see, the puzzle pieces are very similar for both games. This one's Pnik's a little bit more cute. They're both quite rare. Let's have a look at the back. They're very similar style boxes. Let's just put them up against each other and let's see if we can tell the difference when we're actually playing them.
So let's start with plotting. Now this is a match 3 game, but rather than just place your pieces, you bounce them off of the pile. And sometimes you miss. It's a bit strange, but you're still trying to get 3 in a row. If you get 3 of these logos in a row, they will explode and disappear. Here we go. No, I missed, but they did disappear. It also has a 2-player head-to-head version, which was quite unusual in the 16-bit era. Now for plotting, and this is a little bit more pedestrian. Move the blocks around, match 2 and they explode, like these two. It's more of a puzzle. It reminds me of Sokoban a little bit. It's getting the things in the right places. And now when this one comes down, if I move the blue one, cause an explosion, chain reaction, you know the score.
One Step Beyond. Yeah, that is a famous Madness track. You might know that record. One Step Beyond. It was 1999. It's got a sticker on that's actually put by the manufacturer there. 1999. It says One Step Beyond. Amiga power 87% is 80%. I always think you're putting it on. Sometimes you see a sticker that says 72%. You think I'm not sure I'd be bigging that up. As you can see, it's a little bit squashed. Yeah, squashy washy. The reason I picked this game, now you know this guy, don't you? You know him. You know this guy, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I know who that is, Jace. He works down a chip shop.
You know this guy. You know him, don't you? You know him.
Oh, everybody knows who that is. It's Father Christmas.
What's he from? He's from Ruddy Quavers, mate. Yes, a Quaver.
You better not disrespect the Quavers folk.
Yes, a Quavers badge, and that's why I picked this game. That is a Quavers badge. They're so curly. I think this guy is called Curly. Colin Curly.
Yeah, Colin from the chip shop. I already told you, mate.
Colin, unusual name. What is he, a dog? Is he a Colin? Unusual name for a dog. Colin from Accounts, though. If you're keeping up there, that new show, that's a dog, isn't it? So, yeah, okay, Colin's okay for a dog. There's the manual. There's a compliment slip, warranty, and the disc. Let's just check out what a game loosely based on the classic Walker snack Quavers is like.
And here he is in the flesh. That is Colin. What a beautiful little intro. Cartoon graphics, but absolutely silent, just like that awesome game we covered last time. The ST struggling to do detailed graphics and sound simultaneously. Now, this looks like the level select, but actually, this is the game. And what a strange game it is. Yes, that is the first level complete. Okay, now you have to jump. It's a platform game. You have to get all these little red tongues on the boxes to disappear inside. So you have a jump button. You can have a long jump and a short jump. So we're gonna, as we jump, they disappear. There's a short jump back, then a long jump, and a long jump. We've got to clear them all. We've got to get these. Oh, I don't know what they are. And you see that arrow? It's a special jump. We can do a long, tall jump, and then we jump back in the packet. And that's the level completed. Yes, I'm confused as you are.
So this is a very interesting top-down puzzler called Jumping Jack Son. Now you want to say Jumping Jackson, but they've separated the word Jack and Son, which makes you think it's Jumping Jack Son. I don't know, it's odd, isn't it? There we go, it's a very funky design. Infogrames, a French game, Atari ST, of course. There's the beautiful box, and there's the back of the box, and you get a bit of a glimpse of what it's like. We'll just have a little look inside. Loads of writing on the manual for this. Who did that? There's lots of tips there. Move left. Oh, some scores there. Kaylee got a good score. Also comes with a warranty and a brochure. Beautiful brochure of Infogram stuff. We do like the old brochures. Fabulous. But the most important thing is what it's like to play.
No crazy animation on this one, but there is a nice digitised theme. This is the first level. It is very simple. It's on a square grid. Now basically you're hopping around and collecting things like this burger. Now you'll see these coloured panels. If I change these, just by hopping on the change colour, get all three to match, and there we've got the record, the yellow record. Now let's go up here and put that on the yellow record player. And now we get a bit of a beat. Okay, so let's colour in this one. We need them all red because that other record player is red. There's a red record. Let's go down, grab the Diet Coke. I'm sure it's Diet Coke. And there's more of the music. Yeah, we're building up the soundtrack as we play. It's not exactly res, but you can see the beginnings of that kind of concept. Hop on the checkered flag to finish the level.
Amiga, and this is Famous 5. 5 on a Treasure Island is based on an Enid Blyton book. Now you remember those from when you was at school, don't you? We all had to suffer. Enid Blyton books, the Famous 5. It's an adventure game, of course it's an adventure game. It's on the Enigma Variations label. Let's just put it up there to show you. There's the back of the box, got some lovely screenshots. It's just a very unusual title. And I thought, well, I've got to get that on the show. Let's just have a little glimpse of Famous 5, based on the Enid Blyton book.
Text adventures, not exactly what you want to be playing on your brand new Amiga. You go west. The graphics here are nothing more than functional, and you still get big blocks of just plain text on a screen. Not much wit or complexity here like you'd find in a Level 9 or a Terry Pratchett or a Magnetic Scrolls. You're in the front garden of Kirin Cottage. Mum, I want to go home.
What's on the table?
More classic 16-bit software. This is Staff for the Atari ST. Staff. Let me show you this. Wow, what a game by Air Informatique. No, I know, I'm all about the accents. Air Informatique. It actually says Air International. What am I on about? But it used to say Informatique. It is as if you are being as irritating as humanly possible. Anyway, unusual game. Staff is obviously like a Rambo shooting game. I'm going to show you it in a minute, but first I'm going to open this weird case. These cases are weird from France. They don't open well. There we go. Oh, there it says Air Informatique on the discs. Yeah, it's a Commando style game. But what I really liked was the back photo of the coders. Is that Steve Wright, the legend that is Steve Wright and the Big Show? He is back.
Oh yeah, I used to love Sid the Manager. Where did he get his ideas from?
He obviously made this game. Well done, Steve. Let's check it out.
Now, I've already kind of ruined this by saying it was a Commando style game when actually it's a pretty strange shooter. Now, what makes it strange? Well, firstly, there's eyeballs in the sea. I'm not sure what all that's about. No, what makes this really odd is you don't see your spaceship or your plane. You're just in control of this site. Initially, I thought I was bombing things, but no, you are actually shooting. They should have called this game Straff, not Staff. Am I right?
What's on the table?
Another ridiculously rare game, Night Walk. It's on the Alternative label, famous budget label from the 8-bit era, but also they released stuff from Atari ST and Amiga. But look at the cover of that. What the heck is he doing? Well, he's got a bow and arrow, but I don't know. That picture is mad. Night Walk. Look at him. There's lots of skulls floating about. I mean, I get the gist of what you can do in the game. You use a bow and arrow to shoot some skulls, yeah? And there's the back. I'll just open it up just for... There you go. There is the disc. Let's check out the incredibly rare Night Walk.
Well, it's kind of nice when things are exactly as they look on the cover. Walking through the graveyard, shooting zombies with your bow and arrow until their heads fall off. Brilliant.
Pharaoh 3, another super rare game for the Atari ST. Now, I've got a feeling this game is pretty awesome. I remember checking this out back in the day. I've never seen one in the box before. I mean, it is so unusual, isn't it? Pharaoh 3 in its plastic case. Let's just open it up, get the rest out. There we go. It's like a laminated inside of the instructions. Just gives you some basic loading instructions. And there is the disc. Made by Supernova Software, based in Exmouth. Yeah, let's check out Pharaoh 3.
So, Pharaoh 3 starts with some pretty epic graphics. Look at this, a crack in the sarcophagus and this amazing, mysterious dust cloud emanating up through the various levels of the pyramid, jingling and jangling to the upper echelons. And look, there it's found a gap. It's coming out of the pyramid. Is it like some sort of magic gas? I make that sometimes. What? An explosion like you've never seen before on the Atari ST. And here's the game. I know, it's hilarious. It is Space Invaders. Can you imagine it? A Pharaoh-themed Space Invaders game. And what I like is this. At the end of the level, down comes an alien spaceship. Wow, have you ever seen anything like it? And it's turning into another pyramid. It turns out those pyramids are aliens.
Wow, wow, wow. Time Blast. Now, it just amazes me. I'm still picking up games I've never seen in my life. And if I've never seen it after 30 years of dealing with this tat, there's no way that you guys have. Surely, how many people have seen Time Blast? It's by Micro Value. And look at that blooming image. It's like a plane getting blown up on the runway. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that gorgeous? Someone painted that. No AI back then, was there? And there we go. There's the back of it. I'll get the inlay out, just give you a little show. Looks like a really really fun game. I'm looking forward to playing this one any minute. Let's check out Time Blast.
Okie dokie then. It's a scramble game. It's a scramble game which has been beaten soundly by scramble games on the Commodore 64 and probably even the Spectrum. This does not look like a 16-bit game, and they have the audacity to call the label Micro Value.
I was invited to dinner with my friend. It did not go well. She forgot to prepare a starter and sent me to the supermarket. I had to eat her instead. She sent me for garlic bread.
What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Now this is beyond rare. This is Darius Plus. Yes, Darius Plus, Japanese coin-op from Taito. You'll know from the PC Engine. Darius is a PC Engine. It's a proper arcade action shooter, side-scroller, in the vein of R-Type and all those. But this is it for the Atari ST. Who knew this existed? Darius Plus.
Oh, I've got a cousin called Darius, yeah. He lives at my nan's house. She keeps him in the bread bin. Oh, I think that might have been my dream.
Released on the Weird Edge label. I'm not sure if it's related to the famous Edge, you know, the Mind Shadow Bobby Bear in Fairlight Edge. But maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe Edge did make 16-bit games. It must have sold in ridiculously tiny numbers because we have never had this in stock before. Darius Plus for the Atari ST. Let's just show you a close-up. Look at the artwork they've done for it. Fabulous. It's a real beautiful example as well. It's a beautiful box. And then look at the back. And look, it's got a Psygnosis vibe about it, hasn't it? It's got the old Taito logo. But yeah, wow. And it's the artwork by Rodney Matthews.
Retro Facts.
Rodney's first cover dates back to 1985. Seas of Blood on the Fighting Fantasy label for Spectrum and Commodore, quickly followed up by Martek's Fury. A brief job with Psygnosis saw him developing gaming concepts, along with more amazing covers like this PS1 Shadow Master. Rodney's last cover was Haven on PS2, but he also went on to design the logos for Bizarre Creations and Traveller's Tales.
Well done, Rodney. It looks fantastic. And then we've got inside. We've got the manual, and you get it. You guessed it right. I'll just show you. We've got the discs. There's the discs. Darius Plus, 2 discs. But it's got a poster. A Darius poster. Now, in the world of the coin-op, you know, if you're a massive Darius fan, Darius released on PlayStation, you can still buy Darius comps. Classic shooter, but yeah, a Darius poster. From the Edge. Oh, wow, what an amazing thing. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but what's it like to play, Jace?
Yes, a moody, evocative, piano sample-based soundtrack. You won't find this on any Japanese versions of Darius. It feels a bit glitchy. Let's get on with the game. And okay, here it is. It looks a bit like Darius, doesn't it? But it's very slow. And it's got that other pet hate, no sound effects, no bullet noises, no explosions, just that tune. Now things actually do speed up a bit when you get rid of all those side and background graphics. Here's the infamous giant fish boss level. I mean, graphically it is a very nice looking game. If it just had a bit more oomph and perhaps some sound effects instead of this tedious music.
To ask you for food, fam. You get me garlic bread.
Another game you have. I'm going to put it out there. You've never seen this before. If you've seen this before, then you're very, very strange. Strange, because nobody bought it and it was in the shops. This game is called Booly. Booly. B-O-O-L-Y. Booly, not bully. Booly. You all right? You played that new Booly? It's a funny word. It's a funny, strange word. It's a French game. It's on Loricels. They did have a lot of exclusive games we never got over here, and Bully is one of them. And there it is, there's the back of the box. I will just get it out of the box before we have a look at what it's like. Interesting poly inner, actual polystyrene inner for a Atari ST game, that's what it's for. Let's check out what the heck is Bully like to play.
Here it is then, Bully, and it's got an even more irritating soundtrack than Darius. And what the heck is going on? We are flying over a circuit board. There are 4 nodules, let's call them nodules. We have to click them and we make other colours. Oh my goodness, it's a very simple version of the classic Lights Out, more famous as a Tiger handheld electronic game. We've got to try and get all the lights out, so at the moment they're all blue. And there we go, that is the end of the level. So if you were wondering why this takes a long time to put the scores in, wow, this takes longer than the round. Anyway, here we go, the next round. Yeah, it's an even longer row of nodules. What a strange game. I mean, is it any wonder this was not released in the UK? I don't think we'd have bought it. Alright, Colin, stick me a place and chips on, mate. I am starving.
I love low rent, back bedroom, home coding games. You know, the people who put little tiny personal ads in their local paper to sell their video games that they wrote. And this is one such thing. DBR development. It's on the Beware label. We covered some other Beware games for the Atari computers on disc. I think this one is Atari ST though, and it's called Penguin. Penguin, no mucking about, Penguin. And what's the picture of? Well, it's a blooming penguin, isn't it? Well, it would be. There it is, Penguin. It's in a wallet sleeve. You know these from like Commodore disc games, you know, the classic wallet. But yeah, there it is, low rent. It's low rent, it's basic. DBR software there, it's from 1990. It's for the Atari ST. We've got a receipt. Is there a receipt? Yes, here's a receipt. Where was this bought from? It was bought from B Bytes. It was bought directly from the company. So it's a receipt. Must have been sent back with the game. They're based in Hinckley, that's in Leicestershire. Isn't that strange? Someone's personal address. £17.35 plus £2.60 VAT. It was £19.95 to buy Penguin. There are not many people, I mean, rare games or what? Not many people would have bought this game. It didn't go in the shops. So to get Penguin, you had to send off for it. And there is the disc, and there is the thing. And you know, people who was prepared to pay 20 quid for what is a homemade. It's a bit stuck together. Oh, got to break. Oh dear. It's a bit. Oh, just old-fashioned ink. Shall we read about Penguin? Do you want me to read this? Nobody's read this ever. Even the guy who wrote it didn't read it back. 4 penguins have fallen through a hole in the ice at the South Pole where they live. Into the reek of an experimental, reek, R-E-A-K, reek of an experimental nuclear airship under the water. The inside of the airship doesn't look like the inside of an airship because it's experimental. Does that make an excuse for the graphics? That crashed on a secret mission, the purpose of which is still secret, but has something to do with acid pools and things. Oh my god. Fortunately, your ST computer has a direct link to the security defense robot control systems of the inside of the giant airship, so you can control the environment that the penguins are travelling through. And therefore, this is a long sentence, and therefore you can either drop the penguins into acid pools one by one, or you can get them through the screen safely to the end. Remember, this is true and is really happening, so be careful with the penguins. Yes, it's true, it's really happening.
My dear, you now seem incapable of entertaining anybody. Is it any surprise that you rely so heavily on these rather pathetic computerized characters?
Here it comes, it's number 1.
Now I feel there should be alarms going off even when I'm handing this. This is a vaccine. This is by US Gold. And it comes in like a nuclear tin. What the heck? Isn't that an amazing thing? Vaccine for the Atari, I think it's Atari ST, in a tin. It says, look, warning, let's read the edge. It says survival, antibodies, defense, eliminate, repel, vaccine, attack, human, alien invasion, poison, mutant, clone, reproduce, survival. I don't know what that means. Got the base, got that kind of warning. It looks incredible. They just don't make packaging like this without charging an arm and a leg for it anymore. Let's open it up. Inside there we've got the disc. We've got the disc. We've got a strange round manual. Let's just open that. You don't get many round manuals. There we go. Look at that. You don't get many manuals like that. Warning! Random copies of this game include a great prize winning opportunity, £500 worth. That is a terrible sentence. Random copies of this game include a great prize winning opportunity, £500 worth asterisk of software to be won. Good luck. Yeah, lovely manual. And in the bottom there we have a code wheel. It has a code wheel as well. They didn't want you to play it easily. Vaccine, what an amazing game. Let's check it out. Is the packaging trying to compensate for something?
As you might expect, you are hunting down viruses in what is actually a 3D shooter. The viruses are represented by these colour balls. Shoot the balls with your balls and they disappear. But don't forget to change the colour of your balls to match the colour of the balls that you're shooting at. Yeah, we've all kind of been here before, but the ray trace style graphics are nice and it's actually really pretty fast and playable. Yeah, not bad at all.
Yes! Thank you for watching another show. I apologise if it's been a bit crazy. I hope you saw some interesting games. I hope you're still enjoying this rubbish. Until next time, happy retrogaming, retrogamers!
Now let's end on a treat for the Hardcore 44 and anyone else who's grown attached to my characters, but it does contain the F word, so I thought I'd better let you know in case your kids are watching.
Got to be the best motherfuckers in the world. You and me, we got to be the best motherfuckers in the world. No need to be grateful, never need to explain, 'cause we don't need to share DNA to be a family. We're motherfuckers. We'll show the world how it should be. You and me. We're motherfuckers. We'll show the world how it should be. You and me. Got to be the best motherfuckers in the world. You and me, we got to be the best motherfuckers in the world.